I deeply believe it's an equity issue. Sometimes we see that as an isolated issue, but when we have pensions that are unfunded, when we have unfunded liabilities, then that means less funding for school districts. If we have unfunded liabilities and now we have to increase the contribution rate by school districts, that's less money that's going to be allocated to our campuses. And when that happens, you know who suffers? The kids in my community, kids like the ones I teach. I'm teaching a low-income community where most of my students are living in poverty.
Often the situation of public pensions tends to be something more like things build up over time. It's not any one big mistake. It's a series of challenges with funding that build up over time and create a large problem. At a time when students need more support than ever, pension costs are eating away at the available money that schools and teachers desperately need to support their students. And the simple fact is, students and teachers in poor communities are disproportionately affected by underfunded pensions. We got to a place where there are $60 billion in unfunded liabilities by not paying the full bill every year and through investment returns that were less than expected. A big challenge is with these systems is that often they're set up in such a way where we are slow to react. When pension debt gets larger, contribution rates get higher for school districts and teachers. And despite paying more, their benefits aren't any more generous. And when increases to contribution rates occur without equal or greater increases to education funding, schools have to make really hard choices.
My job is to make sure the teachers have what they need, they're supported, and they're able to smoothly roll out their lessons. If they don't know how to do it, and I don't know how to do it, I need to find a way to do it, then that's where I need to start making some calls. So by not being provided the funds, we are now needing to figure out how to do it without it. We're not being able to support the boots on the ground, because that's essentially what it is. It's the boots on the ground that are missing and that are needing it.
So that's why you're seeing teachers that are burnout, because you have more and more on your plate every single day. What used to be your job was just to teach, now your job is to make copies, your job is to ride the bus, your job is to do all the duties that used to be the responsibility of teacher. You have schools without librarians, libraries, empty libraries full of books, but no librarians in there to teach our kids. And people like coaches, math coaches, reading coaches, those are also not considered essential positions. So when we have budget cuts, these are the positions that are gone.
The state finances more than 90% of the total employer contributions for TRS. Since pensions are calculated based on salary, that means wealthy districts that can pay teachers more receive a bigger pension subsidy from the state than low-income, high-need communities.
Our kids deal with a lot of trauma. They have seen violence. They have seen homelessness. It's a big issue also in communities like this. So they come to the classroom and you see them sometimes misbehaving or acting out. It's not acting out. It's not misbehavior. They are screaming for help. They are asking for help. They have seen so much. They have dealt with so much bad stuff at such a young age that they need counselors, more counselors in our campuses talking to them. And sometimes we only have one counselor. And again, comes back to funding. Those counseling positions, those are positions that you immediately cut. Sometimes we see this as an isolated issue. And honestly, many teachers, there are not enough teachers paying attention. There are not enough teacher unions paying attention. There are not enough teacher organizations paying attention. Our legislators don't have that urgency. They don't feel that pressure from stakeholders, from the community.
Educators aren't treated as professionals. If the cost of living is going up, and even in their current salary, they're not able to meet their own basic needs and they're having to get another job, like, what does that say for the respect that we have for the profession? And it's unfortunate that we're doing that to our educators when we're asking them to build and create our new members of society, to educate them and prepare them for the big world. If you were only be able to be in there and you see the greatness that happens with these kids, and to know and to see them a couple years later become an adult and then being successful on their own, it's like, I'm so grateful that I had a small chapter in their lives. And so we want to move those all to, thank you. That's awesome. That's great. Like, how can we support you? What can we do to help you with in the service that you're doing? So